Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. We are having a look at March 2025 for your money and your career. This is for all Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So let's get right into it. There is a lot going on in March. Okay, we've got some really crazy astrology going on, as will be pretty much the case for 2025 in general. However, we are heading right into eclipse season here, folks. So eclipse season, what does it bring? Fated, unexpected events sometimes, things that are already set in motion, things that are destined to be. We have a lunar eclipse, a full moon in Virgo on March 13th, followed by a solar eclipse with the new moon in Aries on the 27th of March. Now, this eclipse seasons can always be quite explosive. They can always be unpredictable. This one even more so than normal because we do have retrogrades going on with this one as well. Now, retrogrades can, of course, remind you to pause, reflect, refocus, regroup, and renew. We can take a step back and really reassess things before we charge ahead with them impulsively. But retrogrades, can also bring things back from the past. This can be where some fears come back from the past, fears about money, fears about not having enough, or, not being successful, or, maybe a fear or block about spending money, right? Money is energy. Remember that. Okay. Money is energy. We've got to spend a little bit for it to circulate back to us. We don't necessarily always want to go crazy, but we do need to keep that energy flowing. So these eclipse seasons, some of you could have an opportunity to heal. Don't be so hard on yourself on the lunar eclipse, all right, the 13th, because that is in Virgo. And while Virgo energy is attached to healing, health, happiness, and well-being, we quite often have to do some work or recognize that something may not necessarily be good for us either now or ever, or even in the future, right? So sometimes we tend to be Virgo energy. Part of the challenging aspect of Virgo is being pessimistic and is being, perfectionism is a wonderful thing, but it can take you to the dark side. So try not to beat yourself up if you're not where you want to be, or if you feel you've made an error somewhere along in your day. All right. The lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse on the 27th can bring about breakthroughs and bold changes, right? Because it is an Aries. It's the astrological new year. We've got a spring equinox on the 20th of March. So there is a lot of this growth energy that is coming in here, but there is also this underlying energy of anger and frustration. So really the theme of March is going to be to stay grounded, be aware of things around you. If you feel that you're getting frustrated, angry, or feeling impulsive, take a few deep breaths and take a step back, okay? And just ensure that whatever you're doing is good for you, is good for your soul, is good for where you want to be tomorrow, right? Sometimes we need to resist the urge of blowing something up, okay? So, it can be anger and frustration at work. Maybe people are in a bad mood, or just things are just going a little bit astray. And it's like, what, forget this, I'm out of here. Well, that's the kind of thing that you might regret tomorrow if you don't necessarily have another job or any other prospects lined up. So don't do that to yourself, okay? And just take that step back, all right? You will be way better off for it. Like I said, we've got Venus retrograde in Aries on March 1st. We've got Mercury retrograde in Aries on the 14th. On the 27th, though, Venus retrogrades back into Pisces, so it's a little calmer energy that's coming in there, and it will stay there until it goes direct in Pisces until April 12th. So we do have this lumpy, bumpy, frustrating, angry, but also kind of bold and inspiring energy that can come in for March. So it is intense, though. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right. We've got the Emperor, and there's Aries energy coming right in there for you guys first and foremost. So that is actually really awesome for you, okay? Because all of this stuff happening in your sign here, Aries, right? It can be really for your benefit. We're heading into your season on the 20th, right? The start of everyone's brand new astrological new year, but especially yours coincides with that spring equinox. So this solar eclipse that is happening in your sign is going to be really fantastic opportunity for you to really kickstart your new year. And whenever we get the Emperor, this is about being bold, knowing who you are, being true to yourself, following your goals, your dreams, your desires, right? This can be big boss energy. Is it time for you to level up? Are you the lead player in your own story, or are you following along as a bit character? It's time to take your power back, step into your authority, put a strategy in place with that Emperor energy. Are you looking for something new? Or are you just feeling as though things have gotten out of control? The Emperor showing up for you right there as your first card is that big indicator that this is your season, this is your year. We got to focus on the things that you want to do, the things you want to try, the things that you want to change. All right. The Emperor is all four kings rolled into one. So we've got all of this masterful energy here, all of this authoritative energy here, but also really is, a foundational energy for your year to come, right? What foundations have you already built? We need to trust the foundations that we've built. Anything not meant to be will fall away, especially at eclipse season. So if you want to open your own business, do what you want, put a strategy in place, put a business plan in place. Don't forget, for the first 20 days of March, we are in Pisces season. And Pisces is all about following your dreams, getting creative. So even though we've got some volatile energy going on, don't lose sight of what you want. Okay. This is a great time to set yourself up for a successful, bountiful, prosperous, and abundant year ahead, and an abundant future, no less, right? If you're close to retirement age, what do you need to do to get things going? All right. So be bold in your energy. We have the Page of Buttons at the back of the deck. In this deck, the Page of Buttons is the Page of Pentacles. So there could be some information that's coming your way when we've got it at the back of the deck. There could be an underlying influence, but there could also be a surprise headed your way, something that you weren't quite expecting. And this can be some information, some knowledge with the Page of Buttons. This can be some really good news in regards to your job, your career prospects, investment opportunities here as well. Pages do tend to bring news. They bring information. They can bring new opportunities, but they can also bring those improvements. So financial improvements and opportunities are lining up for you. This can be a new job. This can be a raise. This can be an opportunity, again, to open your own business, do something a little bit new. If you have like a home-based business that you either want to get off the ground or you want to expand, this is a good time to make the plans for that. All right, March, I would maybe be in a little bit more of a planning energy for the majority of it. And then as we start to get into April, things kind of alleviate just a little bit. So it's like, okay, now I'm ready to put my plan into action. And so this can be really beneficial for you. Remember, eclipses are intense. They are amplified energy, especially yours, because it is actually a super new moon solar eclipse. So not only do we have this big energy of the eclipse, we also have a super moon at the same time. So, where, maybe you might have a little bit of luck on your side and find $10 in your pocket. This is where you could find 100 instead, right? You might find a new job opportunity. You might expand your business, and all of a sudden it takes off in unexpected ways. So there can be some really positive things going on for you in the month ahead. Okay. Just remember that we do need to keep our feet on the ground, Emperor. Okay. Solid, stable structure in that energy there for you. Okay. But remember about your personal power. It's time to take your power back if you've ever given it away. And as we already said, with the Hangman heading in here, okay, even though there's things that you want to do, change, things that you might want to take action on, your best course of action is going to be to take a step back and reflect. Surrender to the flow of the universe, surrender to the energy, be open, be aware, know when it's ready, when it's time, and when you're ready to take action, okay, rather than rather than being impulsive in your energy. It will really set the stage for some better successes for you. And because remember, we've got this energy here through the month of being frustrated and then impulsive, right? Because sometimes we get frustrated if things don't happen as fast as we want or in the way that we want, and then it's like, poof, we do something that we might regret a little bit later. All right, so that hangman energy is your opportunity to release, to step into the flow of things, but it can also bring this epiphany moment, this knowledge, okay, and a deep inner knowing that I know when I need to make some moves, or I know what I need to do, or how I need to respond in something as well. Okay, so especially in your workplace, you may find that people are frustrating you to no end. Maybe they're just not acting quickly enough. Maybe they're just dragging their feet, procrastinating, and you're like, come on, come on, come on, let's go, let's go. And so sometimes, in order to avoid saying something that we'll regret or doing something that we'll regret later, take a step back, take a few deep breaths, and then proceed on with your day. All right. The blessings headed your way. We've got the Four of Buttons, and this is the Four of Pentacles energy, a good, strong, solid foundation, and trusting that there is more abundance to be had. All right. Now, the Four of Buttons is where we may have the opportunity to expand our horizons or recognize, right, all of the good things that we've already got going on. Are you happy where you are? Do you feel like you're on the right track? Do you feel like you need to do something a little bit differently? But the Four of Buttons is a little bit of a conservative energy as well. And so again, even though there is this energy propelling you forward, or this courage that maybe you're tapping into to do something, we sometimes need to take a conservative approach, and doing that will actually be your biggest blessing this month. So it's a repeating message that's coming in for you. Okay, so and that will be where the retrogrades come in, because don't forget, Mercury is going retrograde, hallelujah, this month as well, because we don't have enough crazy stuff going on. And Mercury will be retrograde. Let's see. Mercury will be retrograde on March 14th. So really the day after that lunar eclipse. And that's where things can really get a little bit loopy, especially in regards to our communication, our emails, our technology, all of that kind of stuff. So taking that conservative approach and really just double checking things, double checking your facts and your figures and all that, or assessing something quietly before we make some bold moves or anything like that. That will be your key to success or to avoiding some sort of calamity. All right. But the Four of Buttons is an energy of discernment there as well. And it's knowing, when I need to save some money, save my resources, or when I need to spend them or be able to spend them. We recognize the difference between wants and needs in this energy. But I think part of the blessing here is being open, because when we get the Four of Buttons, we do tend to sometimes be a little bit protective, a little bit closed off. And a blessing in this area here, this can mean we open up a little bit more. We're surrendering to the flow a little bit more. We are maybe loosening the purse strings a little bit where we need to do something nice for yourself. It's a good month for you to do that, right? Without going overboard and blowing your entire budget for the month, right? Do a little something nice for yourself. It's going to help you along your way. All right, but certainly this energy of being solid, stable, and secure, this sense of stability in your world. And how do I get it? And this shows that you can get it. But again, being grounded in your energy is going to be really helpful for you this month as well. We do have the Six of Cups here also as a blessing. Some of you could be getting a second chance at something. The Six of Cups often is a return card. And so this can be where you get a second opportunity at a job or a promotion or something that you thought that had maybe kind of just totally passed you by in some way. This can be a revival of a dream. Remember Pisces season, this can be a revival of a dream that you used to have, something from your younger years. Maybe you always wanted to do a certain thing as a living and you were pushed into something else, or maybe you had needed to focus on the money rather than the dream. And this can be where you're kind of getting that chance in some way, even if it's a small way, to follow those dreams from the days gone by. So we can really have this energy of revival, reviving something from the past. You could bump into an old friend, an old colleague, and you just never know. You could get to talking, and this can open up some doors for you. Remember, we've got the page of buttons at the back of the deck, so it can be something unexpected. And eclipse season does sometimes bring unexpected things, right? So, this can be super exciting for you in some way, whether it's someone brings you some information that you didn't expect, or they might even have an offer of some kind. That can be super positive for you. Also, the Six of Cups, the blessing that comes with the Six of Cups is believing in your personal power and the power of now. Today is the present energy. Now is the energy of, where what you do now affects your tomorrow. Remember, the past is a history lesson, right? The future, right, is forever in motion, but it's what you do today that affects what the energy is going to be tomorrow and how things go along the road. But remember, the power of now is believing in your personal power today. Today is the opportunity. Today is the day that we find the information. Today is the day we can take a step back and, kind of assess our situation. And today is the day that we believe in ourselves and our abilities to do what we want to do, or right some wrongs, or get something off the ground. Whatever it is, be present in the moment. It's very easy to get lost in the past, lost in nostalgia, and it's very easy to get too caught up in the future that we forget that, to enjoy where we are or what we've built. Live in the energy of gratitude, and you will get more things to be grateful for, because it shifts your energy in such a way that you are attracting more blessings and things into your life. So remember, today is the day that is where the energy is active. The energy is active now, so you can do whatever you want to do and live that dream, or, again, maybe avoid some sort of issue because you've been wise enough to take a step back and not overreact, or not be super impulsive. The Six of Cups can certainly also bring a gift your way. Sometimes it's a sweet gesture. Sometimes it's help. Sometimes it's support. Sometimes it's some, an offering from a friend, or something that you didn't quite expect. It might be something small. It could come in the form of money. It could come in the form of, any other kind of assistance, right? But it can just be a gift that comes out of the blue, perhaps, for some of you. So it can be really pleasant energy. The King of Matches is in your challenge position here. Now, this is, quite the fiery one to get in your challenge. This can be where you may have the not opportunity, that's probably not the right word. You may have a situation that unfolds where you might have some very challenging dealings with somebody that may be in a position of authority. The King of Matches can be like a supervisor or a boss. Okay, and in the challenge position, you may butt heads, or maybe you're not seeing eye to eye in some way, or there's a chance here where, where a conversation could turn a little bit heated. Okay, so what do we keep saying throughout your reading is going to be your biggest blessing, your ability to take a step back, to walk away, okay, and to revisit something a little bit later. It's like, what? Let's pick up this conversation a little bit later, right? When, both people have kind of calmed down a little bit, or maybe you get a little bit more information about something, or, whatever it happens to be, maybe your boss just in a bad mood. Okay, so you're engaging with this person when they're ornery and fired up about something. It's probably not going to serve you well. But the King of Matches can also represent your energy. Usually the King of Matches is the King of Wands, right? This is visionary, it's inspired, it's creative, but ultimately confident. Okay, and remember, we've got the Emperor showing up for you here. So where is your confidence lacking? Do you feel like you can create whatever it is you want to create? Do you feel like you can resolve whatever matters are at hand that are important for you? Do you feel as though you're ready to open your own business or step into a leadership role, right? It's this confidence. Instead of being confident in ourselves, we're playing into fear. And, the thing is the future is quite often full of fear. The fear of tomorrow, right? Anxiety of maybe potentially not having something go your way. Whereas the energy of now, right, of today is where we're more confident, right? And so don't play into those fears of tomorrow. Just keep on putting one foot in front of the other and do what feels right in the now. All right. In the now we can take bold action, or we can, face our difficulties, right? We don't amplify them in the future. All right. So if there's a lack of confidence there, it's time to face your fears. All right. And that can sometimes be a little bit challenging, but ultimately, certainly possible. All right. Let's see what else we've got. The Four of Pentacles. Interesting. So the Four of Pentacles is both your challenge and your blessing. So remember, sometimes we need to spend a little money to make a little money. Okay. Sometimes we need to be confident in the decisions that we make about our money and not second guess ourselves. Or if we think that we don't have enough information and we're not sure, lack of confidence. Okay. What do we need? Page of buttons, information. We need to do some knowledge. What do we need to do? Hangman, take a step back, say, hold on, I need to think about this for a second, right? Because that King of Matches can be somebody in your challenge energy here. It can be somebody who maybe presents you with something, some opportunity, okay, and something may not feel quite right. All right, maybe they're pressuring you, you got to do it now, it's going to pass you by, right? You got to do it today, the clock is ticking, or there's only 3 spots left in this, in this investment club or something, right? And, if you feel that you're being pressured in a way that's really not making you feel right about your situation, take that step back. It'll probably save you, right? Because sometimes it's those get rich quick things. And, if you need a little extra cash, it's very easy to be tempted by those things. So just be a little bit aware of that. And it may or may not necessarily be anything nefarious, but we don't want to second guess ourselves after it's too late to get out of something. All right. So really just keep that in mind. But with the Four of Buttons coming up here twice for you, it's like this little bit of push and pull. Okay. So, again, staying grounded is going to be important for you, and really being discerning with your money. We need to really recognize, number one, wants and needs. Okay. So this might be a month where you really want something, you want to buy something, you want to do something with your money, but you're, it's like you got the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other, right? So on one side, we want to spend some money. On the other side, it's like, no, we should wait. And so we need to reconcile that, right? We need to kind of find that balance in between, okay? So sometimes we really want something we've been saving up for a long time, and it goes on sale and you're like, yes, I want this, but yet you're feeling a little uncomfortable. Pay attention to that, because it can really be be something that saves your skin. I've been there a number of times, of course, as we all have through our lives, where it's like, I really want this thing. I've got a little extra cash in my bank account. I really want this thing. And, and then you're like, no, you know what? I think I'll wait. And then the next thing you know, an unexpected bill comes up and you're like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't spend that money because something just held you back. So pay attention to those things if that's what's going on for you. But it is a month for us all to be just a little bit conservative, and, kind of be a little bit more reflective rather than that impulsive energy. So giving something a once over will certainly help us. But I do feel that some of you here, you do want to do something for yourself, or you want to take a little bit of a chance, a little bit of a risk in you. You want to invest in you. You want to do something on your own, maybe become like a consultant or your own boss, or work from home, something like that. And, your confidence is the only thing that's standing in the way, because it can be sometimes a little bit of a risk. Right? Are you ready to pull the safety net out from underneath you? Are you ready to take that chance and believe in yourself? Again, step back. You will find the answers, Hanged Man, that you've been looking for. We've got the Hierophant here as your advice from Spirit. Believe in yourself. Have faith. Trust in your journey. Okay? And if you don't know all of the information, it's perfectly okay. you have the ability here to enhance your wisdom, enhance your knowledge. All right. The Hierophant is one of tapping into your wisdom or enhancing your knowledge and wisdom in some way. It is one where we take a step up or we're ready to level up. Okay, but it is one of commitment, a higher level of commitment as well. So, if you're ready for a better paying job, if you're ready for a more responsibility somewhere, and whatever is standing in your way, this is a good month to assess what that is. Are you just maybe ready for a higher level of commitment in your career, right? You're ready for maybe manage employees or whatever it happens to be, but you're like, but I don't know if this is the right company for that, because maybe it'll turn out to be a little bit of a nightmare. So you could be ready for those changes. So just pay attention to yourself, but ultimately with the Hierophant energy, commit to your goals, commit to your dreams. And if you don't know all of the information, if there's any question marks, the devil is always in the details. Ask questions. Information is coming to you, or you have the ability to find information that you need. Wow, we've got the Hierophant clarified with the Hierophant, and we've got the King of Cups. Time to make your dreams come true. And again, we're in Pisces season for the first 20 days. You are probably feeling a little reflective anyway, right before your astrological new year. What do you need to learn? What information do you need to unlock the portal, unlock your dreams for the future, and make them happen for yourself? Pay attention to your intuition. For sure, that King of Cups there, you might need to get a little bit creative. Maybe you do need to find some resources or gather that information that you've been missing. Whatever it is, the King of Cups says, follow your heart. You could also have some very helpful person coming in here for you with that King of Cups energy, someone kind, someone compassionate, maybe someone you can collaborate with. I mean, this would be a great partnership between you and a water sign person, because they might be like the creative genius in the background, and you might be the one that can take their ideas, take their creative ideas and run with it, right? So it can be like because you're very action oriented and you like getting things off the ground. So this person might be just that really creative force behind the scenes. This can be a really great partnership potentially here. It might be a company, it might be a boss, it might be someone maybe that you used to know, right? But it can be a very helpful person. But when we get the Hierophant clarified by the Hierophant, especially in your advice position, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in the power of your dreams? Do you believe that you can commit to your journey and be successful? Okay. Everyone has the ability to make money. Everyone has the ability to be prosperous and abundant and successful in whatever way that means to you. All right. But once again, we are assessing our situation. We're figuring out what's blocking us or what's preventing us from doing what we want. And, especially when we're trying to build that better tomorrow, that better future for ourselves, a good, strong foundation, right? What am I missing? What am I not seeing? What do I need to do? Are my investments secure, right? If you feel like your investments are not secure, again, assess those things. Got some crazy stuff going on, at least astrologically, also in the world itself, right? So, how does that translate to your personal finances? Only you will know. Okay, so assess your money. Okay, very much, very, very important for you at this time. You don't necessarily need to take action, but we do need to assess, okay? And then trust your instincts, trust your intuition, the King of Cups, all right? And you will know when you need to take action. You will know when to kind of, just keep an eye on things and take a step back, all right? So let's get another card for you here. We've got patience. Okay, very much a repeating message for you guys. It's maybe not always your forte, but it will be good for you. It will be a good positive thing. A little bit of patience, trust in timing. Timing is everything, okay? Slow down, change your attitude, and clear your mind. Okay, when we're confused or we're not sure, or we're a little bit back and forth, the best thing to do is take that step back, find, meditate, connect with nature, light a candle, whatever it happens to be for you, and trust in your journey and trust in the process. Okay. You do have the potential here for money, but it's or improving things, right? Like I said, we've got the Page of Buttons at the back of the deck here. Entrepreneurial energy, leadership energy is coming out here for you guys as well. Okay. It just might be that this is the month where things are falling into place. And probably as some of the energy alleviates, okay, then this is where you can clearly see your way forward. But we have 3 4s coming out here for you. 2 4 of Pentacles, and also the Emperor is a number 4, so 444. Look up the deeper meaning of 444, and you will find some answers there. Also 2 5s. 5s can be obstacles and challenges, but they can also be exciting opportunities for change and improvement as well, especially something in you. Maybe your confidence has just been knocked down a peg or two in some way. Something could have just gone a little bit sideways there. So it's time to get your mojo really back and flowing. All right. I'm going to leave all that there for you, Aries. I hope there was something here for you. So please do like, share, and subscribe. I hope you guys have a fantastic month. Happy eclipse season. Watch out for eclipse videos that I'll be putting up there as well in the next week or so. So I thank you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.